the sons of God come together, these are not just meetings. These are governmental assemblies of the sons of God in the earth. So what happens at these gatherings is heaven visits the earth in the hearts of God's people, and he inhabits our praises. And then we govern out of what he shows us during these worship sessions. So we call it, as I said earlier, riding the wave. And so riding the wave is all throughout a meeting. We are listening for what Holy Spirit is highlighting at moments. It might be an instrument, it might be a voice, it might be something that he shows somebody in what we call a holy knowing. In other words, you're just visited with something you never knew or saw before. It's brand new. And so then we release that into the atmosphere, and it's amazing what happens in these worship sessions. The whole atmosphere of the room becomes charged and alive. As one person releases, then another, then the whole room resonates with one voice, one sound, and one purpose. You know, as we've been talking about the sounds of mature sons, I said earlier, a friend of mine said that the earth does not respond to the sound of babes or children, but it responds to the sounds and the commands, really, of the mature sons of God. Have you ever walked into a nursery? A nursery has a certain kind of sound to it, doesn't it? Babies are all crying to have this changed or that changed, or this need or that need. Then a children's gathering where small children meet has another sound to it. But a sound where mature people are in conversation is a whole other sound. What's happening in the earth right now is Father is visiting his body, and the mature sons are rising, and they're beginning to communicate in ways in worship that the earth has never heard before. We've come to really what's called a tipping point, when there's this whole group, a whole harvest of sons that are rising now, beginning to resonate in worship, knowing what they're in worship for. Yes, worship is adoring Father and loving him. But we need to know, as we ascend in worship, we descend in war. What do I mean by that? As we ascend to the place where we're worshiping our Father, he inhabits our praises, and then he gives commands of things he wants released into the earth in our heart. And then we begin to sing out of that. And that way, Father, the will of heaven is being released on earth. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, happens in our worship as we ride the waves of glory, dancing with Holy Communion, in Holy Communion with Holy Spirit.